Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom stream, week 30, day 6. So today, main thing that we're going to be focusing on is probably some Explore 12 grinding. We kind of finished pretty much everything else that we really need to be doing this week. I think a little bit into the invasion event we might need to do to help out the guild, but aside from that, we're almost done with it. We have access to those really easy goblins. Oh, nothing good from this. We did a lot better earlier. We got a small blue and a major blue, but a small purple still better than nothing. We'll probably do our battles there, just get a little bit more into that. But probably the most relevant thing happening today, if you haven't already picked it up, we have a special Saturday pet today. I'm not sure why it's so out of order. However, we have the pet from Season 2. Season 2, right? Yeah, Season 2. This was Season 2 of Gems of War. I'm not sure why they're doing it so weirdly out of order. So first, we ended up getting the one from Season 1, which makes sense. Then we got the one from, I believe, Season 4 or 5, whatever it was. I think it was Season 4. And now we have the one for Season 2. So that's now 3 of the 6. Technically 7, because we're about to hit another season. Or technically, we're already in Season 7, but, you know, they wouldn't already have that available. But, yeah. So we currently have, I believe, these 3. Let's see if I do it based on icon, I could probably know what it is. So it wasn't Moon Flask. I believe it was Mountain of Star. Wait. No, it was Phoenix Stone. So they've done, okay, so they've done the first 3 now. So never mind, they're kind of in order now. Though they did the other one weirdly out of order. Maybe they forgot and now they're like, oh yeah, let's go do the one that's actually correctly in order. So we got the one from Season 1. We didn't get the one from Season 3, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm pretty sure Phoenix Stone was the one with the Quetzalma. And then Season 2 is the one we have right now. The ssaszix. Oh gosh, I cannot say that word. That one Egyptian tomb thing. Gosh, I forget its name. It has a special name. You know exactly what I'm trying to say. The thing that they put the mummies into that has that really weird name. I believe it starts with E, that I cannot even remotely pronounce right now. But that thing, as we have that pet today, and we've gotten these 2 already. So now the only ones we haven't gotten for free to play yet are the other 4. The one we currently have from last season, and then the other 3 that will eventually come back around. But from the first 3 seasons, it is technically possible to have them all as free to play. Not sure if they're ever going to bring them back again after that point. Like the one we have today, I'm not sure if it's ever going to rotate back. So far, none of them have repeated. However, 4 of them still haven't even occurred once yet, so probably be a while before they ever do, if they ever even do. I sure hope they would eventually, though, for free-to-play players. But, yeah, might as well start with that. That's probably the most relevant thing to remember to go do today. We already have it max, obviously, because we did end up doing the campaign pass. However, definitely make sure to end up getting it. I was like, hello Hung, hello Isabel, hello Ricardo, hello Peter, hello Gadget, hello Tyrion, hello Ricardo, hello Haley, hello Tony, hello David, hello Rogue, hello Gustavo, and hello Anthony, and hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, sarcophagus, there it is. I'm not sure why I cannot say that. Like in my head, it's like, oh yeah. But then it's like, actually trying to say it, it's like, oh, okay. Like when I see the word of sarcophagus, it's not as bad. But when I'm trying to think of the word, my brain just cannot render it for whatever reason. It's one of those words you'll like never use. It's like, what? It's one of those words that pretty much everyone knows but never uses. It's just kind of weird that some words are kind of like that. Where they have almost no use case, but it's still considered like almost a common word. Because I'd probably consider that a common word. Sarcophagus. But like when in normal everyday or weekly or monthly situations does that word ever come up? You're lucky if you say that word like once per year. Yeah, it's one that pretty much everyone knows. It's one of those weird ones. Oh, so we still have not gained that level, by the way. We will eventually hit that level 1,700. If nothing else, we'll get a decent amount of XP today from Explore 12 grinding. Which isn't as much as doing a lower Explore, but still going to be quite a bit. That does remind me, when is the next Vault event? Because we're definitely going to be grinding that to some degree. It just had 2 like back-to-back not too long ago, so I assume it's a little while before we do again. We should have it with Invisible Sight by now, though. And if not currently, definitely by the time we get the mini patch in another week or 2. Actually, the mini patch could be as early as this Tuesday. I don't think it will be, but it can. I feel like it's going to be 2 Tuesdays from now, but there's a chance that this Tuesday and like 3 days from now is a patch. I'm looking for weekly. It's a really small patch though if it is, and I'm looking for Vault. Yeah, it's next week. Okay, wow, that's really wow. That's 3 Vault events within a month. Not the same month, but you know, within a month period. Because the other one was the like 2.5 week of Christmas. I can't remember the exact date, but it was definitely further than the 14th. So we had that. We then Christmas weekend had that. And now again on the 14th, we have it again. So yeah, next weekend's actually Vault event weekend. 1 week from today. Well, technically 1 week from yesterday. Yeah, that's really close. What's with all the Vault events all of a sudden? Can this just be the regular schedule now? 3 Vault events per month? Or literally just every weekend. Or maybe every other weekend. Because currently, or normally, they're intervaled about 6 weeks between each other. However, within a 4-week time span, we have gotten 3. Which is quite a lot compared to the normal rate. Because generally in that time frame, you would only have 1 total. Hello, Crisp. Hello, Spambot. Hello, everyone else. It is Spambots. I'm surprised they're still around. Surprised YouTube hasn't done anything more to kind of crack down on them. Because that specific bot has been around. Well, obviously it's a bunch of different bots, but you know, they spam similar things. But they've been around for several months now. Whoa, 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 whoa! How on earth did we just get 5 copies of a useless pet? This would be so good if you actually needed this thing. Because that'd be enough to upgrade. Oh, no, that'd be 1 off from upgrade. But, wow, that'd be nice if we actually needed copies of him. He's kind of max, though. Because you get him auto-max from the campaign when you get him that way. But yeah, definitely make sure to get him if you weren't around in Season 2 of Gems of War, or if you were just playing free-to-play back then. Because I have no clue when he's going to be available again, if he's ever going to be available again. I assume at some point he probably will. Though we don't know that for sure. Campaign pets are kind of weird. But yeah, we've never gotten at any point confirmation that they're ever going to come back more than once. They will definitely come at least once to free-to-play. So far, the first 3 season ones have. But yeah, we still have no confirmation. Maybe next Q&A that they do, they'll kind of be able to tell us. But even then, they might not have a definitive answer. But all we know is that they will have at least 1 event. Though they're just cosmetic pets, so it's not too big a deal. It'd still be nice if they come back a little bit more occasionally. I wish they would do that a little bit better for the seasonal stuff, too. Like, I believe during Christmas time, we only had, like, what, 2 different ones? The one from 2020 and the one from 2021. But we didn't have, like, the 2018 one or anything like that. Nor the 2019. Anyways, cleared all that out of the way. Let's go and probably mess with, what's it called? With the invasion. Invasion will die within, like, 5 seconds, just by looking at it. This is arguably the easiest invasion we could ever have. I'm not even sure if it could be easier than Goblin invasions. I'm pretty sure it is not actually possible for it to be easier than this. Because literally everything has like 1 shot combined with auto extra turn into infinite loop. Wait, we also have a Vault event February 4th? Weird. Did they just change how Vault events work? Do Vault events just occur like every few weeks now? I wouldn't mind that. I just always find it weird that they keep buffing Vault events. Because that's what brings in the most amount of resources into the game. And they're so stingy with quite a few other things within the game, like deeds and stuff. It just seems kind of weird that they keep doing so many things to buff Vault events. Because in the last year, we have gotten, or almost 2 years. How long has the time span been? I guess it's a little bit closer to 2 years. But in the last 2 years, we've gotten a difficulty option that's just like a flat 20% increase to all loot. We've gotten Nomapalooza, which is just a straight buff to it, even though they nerfed Nomapalooza itself like 3 times. They did not actually nerf the overall Vault event, it was just purely buff. Because the Vault event was a buff, and even after the Nomapalooza itself got nerfed, it was still a buff compared to not having any Nomapalooza at all. So it's still a buff relative to pre-Nomapalooza. And now they're doing them more frequently as well, which is a weird combination. Because everything that... Vault event, other than them adjusting Nomapalooza, because they like way over buffed it initially, they have not ever nerfed a Vault event itself. Everything they've done the last 2 years have just been buffs to it. Never once nerfing. Of course, the rumor is that they might eventually nerf Vault Keys. I would sure hope they wouldn't. Because that would definitely nerf Vault events then. But everything they've been doing has just been buffs towards it. And hopefully it'll stay that way. Probably because they see the engagement numbers during those weekends and they're like, yeah, we should probably keep it like this. Even if it breaks their economy slightly. That might be the reason for the higher frequency as well. Maybe they want to have like a monthly peak every single month. Just so they have better numbers to show for something. Though, numbers don't peak too much during Vault events. Not as much as you would kind of think they would. If they do it too frequent, then it wouldn't really have any effect on increase. Let's see, we'll take that over. Like, the effect that a Vault event has on the game would be like the equivalence of if we said we'd hand out like 3 codes on a stream. Like, it would have slightly more viewers, but, you know, it wouldn't be like substantially higher. Because all the normal people would still be doing their normal things and it wouldn't attract that many more. Like, I'm pretty sure Vault events just on average get like maybe 10%, at most 20% more people playing at a given time. Let's see, what do we take here? Throw that down. But I wouldn't be surprised if they are trying to boost their numbers. Because they might need a show to like Infinity +2, or not to Infinity +2, they are Infinity +2. They might need a show to like 505 games, like good numbers for Puzzle Quest 3. To kind of show like, oh hey, here's how our other live service is doing. I wouldn't be surprised, because they're almost guaranteed launching Puzzle Quest 3 this year. So they might need some better numbers, so maybe they're trying to push out more Vault events this year. To be like, hey, here's our increased numbers. Even though we artificially done it through alternative means. Let's see. Throw that down. Oh, so hello, Ribbo. Hello, ClipBomb. Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, John, and Happy New Year's. Yeah, I still find... Also, hello, Mr. Jesse. I still find myself saying Happy New Year's to quite a few people. I feel like half of January a lot of years lately have just been saying Happy New Year's. Like the first full half of January. I feel like by the end of January it starts to become too late though. But I feel like any time in January it is still possible to say Happy New Year's without it being weird. I would say the entirety of the January is like the cutoff. And then at the end of it, it's like, then it's slightly too late. I'm still saying like Happy New Year's to like a few people every day seemingly. On stream and off stream. Especially because of COVID too, you don't get to see as many people as often. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Yeah, this team is just pure broken. It's already like an insanely good team. And you could just use it for an event, which makes it even better. Because you actually get to use its tower thing. Like, even if he did not have the tower killing capability, he would still be used just for his viability. That's why this team exists. Because that's why we grabbed it from earlier, though we did adjust it for invasion purposes. But this is a team that you just set to Guild War Defend, or just use it for PvP, or whatever you want to do. The only reason you might not see it as much is it does require Norbert's Turnip. But if I'm not mistaken, we actually get Norbert's Turnip in 3 days if you currently don't have Norbert's Turnip. The reason for this is we have a Zacian event week next week with what on earth this thing is. Apparently some kind of chicken. I guess another beast for the kingdom. A little bit weird not getting a goblin, but this place does have a few beasts, like Black Beast, most notably. So interesting to see another one. I really like its troop art, if nothing else, which means this thing probably does absolutely nothing. Eliminate magic +1 points to a random skill from all enemies with no amount of mana accumulation. So basically it's weaker, or yep. They always give the good troop art horrible actual capabilities. What is this? Chaos Wish. Oh yeah, the new, I forgot, we got the new Wish gem coming in next week as well. But a 10% chance to create a Wish gem when my turn begins. Interesting. Well, we'll have to see exactly what that does. But yeah, it's pretty useless. Because I'm pretty sure other things will be getting better Wish. But anyways, the most relevant thing, it's Zacian event next week. 2 really relevant things about this. One is Norbert's Turnip will be in Soulforge. The other super relevant thing is you can event key for Iron Gut if you don't currently have it. So that's a pretty big pickup. You can also do it for the other one. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time... can anyone actually confirm that? I actually forget off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it is the case. I could go look it up later. But I'm pretty sure this is the first time Flaming Oni is in the event key drop table. Of course, you had an opportunity... I think has he been in Soulforge yet? I can't remember that. But obviously he came out a couple months ago, I believe it was. And you could end up getting him for, you know, the standard Glory Gem Guild VIP chest whenever he comes out. The same thing that's going on with the current mythic that we have from yesterday. However, next week in event key, you'll be able to go and get him. So that'll be, I believe, the first time since he has been released. I am pretty sure. Anyways, so we did that. I guess we shall go farming then, because what else do we really have? Tower of Doom we finished. We could do a little bit more, though I don't really think we'll close the gap. Because we could try going to 50. However, we would need as a guild to get 112 more. And I am slightly doubtful of that, especially since my contribution would move it up by like 5. Well, maybe a little bit more than 5, like let's say 10. Which is like not even 10% of the total amount we need. So I will probably just ignore that. Plus it's only for like 25 gems. So we'll ignore that. So the only other real big thing to do then is Explore 12 grinding. Because I have not done like any Explore 12 grinding for almost the last month, it feels like. Because we've been having so many Vault events lately, so I wasn't doing that. Because, you know, during Vault events, you're normally farming in a different way. Other than Explore 12, you're normally doing lower ones. Either really, really low, or doing like a 5 or 6 or 7 or so with Phoenicia or something similar. But regardless, you're normally not doing 12 during them. Plus, we had vacation then. And between all of that, it's pretty much been almost a straight month of not Vault or Explore 12 farming. We did get a Nisha last night, though. For any of you that didn't catch last night's stream. That was a pretty nice pickup. Oh, so we finally crafted Zoogoff, by the way. But we did that on our coming back stream. That was on Thursday, actually. But I was about to say something else related to that. But yeah, we got a Nisha. It ended up upgrading our Nisha medal. And now we only need one more Nisha medal until we could theoretically go and upgrade a Mythic now at 100% chance. Will we end up doing this? Probably not. Even once I have enough, I probably won't end up doing such a thing. However, we'd have the capability to do so. Which, we currently only have 1 Mythic upgraded. I am not sure what on earth I would make my second upgrade. I'm kind of waiting for something else that's super meta to come out and then upgrade that. Because that's always been my main theory with it, is like do the one upgrade that on something we really need, which we did on Phoenicia, and then save the second one forever until a mythic that is so meta comes out that we'd actually fully metal it. And just hope it never gets nerfed. But that mythic hasn't come around yet, and still refuses to. Like the mythic we had this month is pretty average. What do we even go for here? That would have been so bad if we got a skull there. Actually, we're already in a really weird situation. I think it's still enough to win, though. Yep, that's enough to win. 1 mana short, unfortunately, though it's not really going to matter. Unless he somehow gets like 6 skulls in a row, which I actually could. It does have a skull creation thing. Yeah, there we go. You actually got Flaming Ani in a drop this current week. Yes, it is possible. Not right now, it isn't. But on Monday to Thursday, earlier this week, it is possible to have gotten it from a random drop. Though currently the Glory Gym Guild and VIP Trust drop table is the new mythic that came out yesterday. Oh, so we'll hand out the code soon. I guess we'll hand it out on our first Anu, our first Nisha, or the first double Arania. Hopefully it'll be a triple Nisha. We currently need 9 more Nishas to get a full medal since we just got the reset on it. So we're still a ways away. But every Nisha helps. Oh, that made it so I couldn't take that to skull. But then again, that actually kind of helped us. Because that made it so we couldn't get a skull poke. That wouldn't have really mattered because we wouldn't have been in kill range anyways. 2 skulls would have mattered. You have a Phoenicia and Scourge of Honor. Is there a mythic worth upgrading if you could, and not worried about a future mythic? Generally, if you were to upgrade another mythic right now that wasn't Phoenicia or Scourge of Honor, I would probably go with whatever one you feel like using most. So if it's something like a Zoogoff, then maybe Zoogoff. If you feel like you use Iron Gut the most, maybe Iron Gut. But then again, later in the game, you might not necessarily need that. So maybe not the Iron Gut. But, oh no, I see a lot of people upgrading Zoogoff. And if you use it enough, it could kind of be okay. He doesn't get any value from his magic, but he does get a few other stats. And while it's not like anything groundbreaking for a Zoogoff, if you're using it so much, you're eventually going to get some amount of value from it. Because even if something isn't as good of a of an upgrade, which Zoogoff is a pretty underwhelming upgrade, if you're using it to such a degree, it's better to have slightly more stats on something that you're using a lot. Because the main reason why the Phoenicia and Scourge of Honor kind of upgrade is so useful is it gives some kind of almost new functionality to the troop by having it have a higher kill range, because their whole premise of even using them is for the kill range. However, a lot of other mythics don't gain additional use purpose from being upgraded. It's simply just like a little bit of stats. So it comes down more so to, are you using the troop enough to justify having that slightly bit of higher stats? Yeah, very few of them actually gain further purpose when upgraded. And the 2 full AoE ones that are really, really good at doing their effect do kind of gain a better use case, because their whole purpose is how large is their AoE kill range. So them having a higher AoE kill range makes them more viable. Whereas Zoogoff having like 2 extra HP and 2 extra attack, like, it's situationally going to come into play, but there's not really, like, any kind of core gameplay mechanic that has really shifted. It's just, oh, you have slightly more stats now. Whereas with something like Phoenicia, it's like, oh, I can actually kill in, like, a much wider range now, which is the whole purpose for using this troop. Let's see, we'll take that over. So why are so many battles going so badly? Am I just not paying attention that much, or am I that rusty at doing Explore 12, gosh? Oh, so I was confused for a second. It's like, how did you not die? It's like, oh yeah, duh, the 12 skulls can miss, can't they? I just kind of always assume the 12 skulls will hit at least 1 poke. And then when it doesn't, it's like, wait, that's possible? Always throws me off. Obviously it can miss, but its hit consistency is just so high that it normally doesn't. I think it's actually better to get mana at this point. That'd be funny if Leprechaun can actually kill. Oh no, you gain too much HP. No, how could you? There we go. Oh yeah, I never did run double Zoogoff in Explore 12 yet. Which one is better, double Zoogoff with Throw or double Zoogoff with Leprechaun? I assume the answer is Throw. The only problem with that is starting. We could try it though. But yeah, I actually haven't done that yet. since we've gotten it. I used it for Purple Doom, but I didn't do it for Explorer 12 yet. So yeah, let's give it a shot, see what happens. The problem with this is if the starting board doesn't have purple, the speed at which we go at is very ultra slow. Like very, 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 very ultra slow. And then once we do, we kind of just win. Like literally just win. I don't know, is this quicker? Like we start a lot slower, but the second they have mana, we just auto win. My concern is that it goes so slow that we just die before it's we can do anything. But then you have battles like this where it goes so quick that it's like, oh, we won in seconds. The only problem is one Zoogoff is sometimes enough if that Zoogoff's lucky enough. Which makes that second one almost useless, just because it doesn't have anything to do. And you wasted your quicker time by not having Leprechaun. Also, not that it's too relevant, but you also get less gold while using this team. Not much less, but technically less. There's also those situations where he doesn't actually get all of his mana back, which is slightly annoying because you got to use a turn for it. Flask works better with... Oh, yeah. Oh, but... Does it? Because our main issue is getting started. If anything, I almost want to replace Hero for, Leprechaun. The only problem with that is we won't have triple damage burning. But I'm, like, so tempted just to replace him with, like, Leprechaun or something. Also, I just used this team as if it was a single Zoogoff. I didn't even get to use the second one. Whoops. Like, at this point, I'm almost more inclined to replace Hero than I am Thrall. Centurion, 2 times Thrall into Leprechaun. I think you mean 2 times Zoogoff, right? Oh, I keep forgetting to save my mana for the second one. This time around, it doesn't matter. Like, that's my other concern with running double Zoogoff. You have some instances with single Zoogoff, like right there, where you already won and you don't even need the second. Yeah, throwing a Centurion in would be kind of funny. My biggest issue with a lot of these, though, is how quickly are they going to start. Because once this thing gets going, it's doing what it needs to do. The issue is when Thrall doesn't get mana. It has no solution. And the only solution to those instances is an Empower troop. And anything without Empower will still have the same issue. Hero just died. That's concerning, but also probably completely irrelevant. Anything good in the chest? Nope. Can we get anything good in the chest all stream? I keep trying to cast Leprechaun when I don't have Leprechaun. I keep, like, moving my mouse down there. It's like, oh, I need to go cast Leprechaun right at the beginning of battle. And it's like, oh, yeah, I don't have one. Please, 13 red. No, yes, perfect. Oh, no, we didn't get enough, though. No, we did. I'm not even sure if this is quicker or slower than what we normally do. I guess I could bring out the timer if I really wanted to. The only issue with this team is it's going to have such a wide range. Because it's going to have battles like this where it gets like the perfect 13 reds, gets all of its mana in there instantly. A Zoogoff just goes crazy. The second Zoogoff just auto wins and then we win. Like battles like that. And then we'll have a battle where it'll take that same amount of time just to get Thrall to full mana. which is the biggest concern that I have with using this team on a regular basis. Is you're going to have like a battle like that where it goes super quick, and then it's going to be followed like a battle like this where the exact same amount of time will be taken just to get Thrall to full. And then you still have the time of Thrall actually needing to get up the rest of the team. And then you win. So what team is that? Let me go look at it. I'm not sure if we're going to use it, but I'm going to look at it. I'll paste over this for now. Oh, it's just no hero. Interesting. So that goes down the Empower route, which fixes the lack of Empower issue. So you basically try to double a Leprechaun, Centurion cast, and then you win. You literally just win as soon as Centurion cast. Also, are they just not going to nerf Centurion? They still haven't yet. Is Centurion just like the new meta now? Because I was really... One of the main reasons I haven't been using Centurion too much is I kind of assumed they were going to nerf it. Is this just like standard game now? Where he just full manas everything for a single cast while having Devour chance? It's a very weird troop. But yeah, that fixes the lack of Empower. The only concern then is, don't you have to triple Zoogoff? Because you're going to have less skull damage, so you're going to need a third Zoogoff to kill. Because you're likely not going to take that many skulls. Because one nice benefit we do have this team, it has a slower start, but it only needs to double Zoogoff. I mean, yeah, double Zoogoff. It doesn't need a triple Zoogoff. And that's because we have triple damage burning, of course. And that time, we didn't even need the second Zoogoff. Should I try it? We go try it then. We'll do it after this current set. Oh, so I should probably be timing some of these to see what the times come out to. Let me go start this one from the start. Time it. Then compare the first time we get of both of them together. So let me go do this battle. Then we're going to use this one more time, but actually time it. Then do the same thing for the other team. And then maybe do the same thing for the original composition with one Zoogoff. I'll only be one test of each, so it won't be too good of an example. But just to kind of see, like first try what all 3 times come out to. Gosh, we just cannot get good medals today, can we? Okay, let me go and start the timer. If I can figure out where the timer is. One moment. Timer. Okay, timer, where are you? I clicked on you. Why aren't you loading? Loading. There it is. Alright, so let's go time this. So this is with the new double Zoogoff team. Then we'll try it with the other new Zoogoff team that we can do then. And then we'll try it with the original. And we'll start time from when first battle starts. Because I believe this is how world record times as well. It starts from when you click battle here, and it ends the second you kill the last unit on the final battle. Alright, so biggest issue that will really hurt this is not having a purple at the start of battle. And we already do not have a purple at the start of battle. It's like worst case scenario for this team. And we're already at it, which is really bad. Okay, take the purple already. Luckily, that guy's already going to be dead, so one less thing to deal with. I need you to have full mana just in case things go even worse than how they already are. Good, we're fine without needing the second one. I wanted it just in case, though. After losing that much time, doesn't hurt to take one more time. Flask or Flameifer? I'm currently using Flameifer. The main reason for not blocking, because I'm just concerned with overblocking. Because both do about the same thing when it comes to how will they affect how you start. So hopefully we can get purple from that cascade. It's a weird way to get full mana. What's even worse, I don't have an option here, so I'm just gonna skull and hope we get lucky. Wow, we actually missed every single one. That is, gosh, this is gonna be such a bad example of the time that it takes to win with this. We got 2 extremely horrific battles in a row. As far as pacing for this thing. Hopefully the other 3 will be better. Or the other 4, I mean. I forgot, 6 battles. The 4, then the 1-1. Which reminds me, we might have to do 1 extra just to have buffer space for it. Because we have to make sure we get enough shards. Because we have to time the full thing. Just to kind of compare them. Hey, also, what's world record these days for this anyways? Also, I'm playing this as if we only have 1 Zoogoff right now. Strategy-wise. I'm pretty sure world record is like, what? Almost like just 2 minutes for this? Around 2 minutes? Is that under 2 minutes? I can't remember. No, it's gotten pretty quick. Like, you need absurd luck to even try to attempt for it these days, though. I don't think world record's currently flawless, though. But you need, like, such a high amount of luck to actually do it. So I'm not sure why I did that instead of just double Zoogoffing. Still need to get used to using double Zoogoff, too, which is the problem. It's actually the first time this stream that we've ever bothered using it for, specifically Explore 12. So still not used to how it plays. Can we get a single battle where we can actually take purple at the start of battle? That'd be great. Getting very unlucky. The second we start timer. Get all the bad luck. Or it is already doing slower than normal. Because normal team can normally hit around 3 minutes pretty consistently. They're already a bit over 3. But this was definitely towards the slower side. Like 1 Zoogoff would be quicker than this at this point. Of course, we finally get a quick battle all the way at the end. There we go. Now that's what you're supposed to do 6 times in a row. If only you would actually. There we go. Oh, timer. Okay, so it took about 3 minutes, 38 seconds, which is relatively slow for Explore 12. Well, it depends how you look at slow, but like it's not an exceedingly good time. Like ideally you want to be aiming for under 3 minutes every time you ever do Explore 12. Let me go check real quick. What is the world record? Is it under 2 minutes yet? Oh, so I don't think the world record has been broken for almost a, isn't it speedrun.com? I can't remember. Yeah, that. Gems of War. I'm not sure if it's under 2 minutes yet. Also, I'm pretty sure it still uses the standard Skyla build. I would not advise using Skyla for normal play. Yeah, it hasn't been broken for an entire year. There are some people still attempting. But yeah, it's hard to beat. Also, gosh, this thing has like 1 billion ads, and you click on to get rid of an ad, and then it brings up another ad. Let's see. Okay, so let me just double check the team. I'm pretty sure this is just the standard Skyla 1 Zoogoff team. I am near 100% certain. 1 minute, 37 seconds, too. Anything under 2 minutes is actually insanely good. Because under 3 is how you want to do with a normal run. Yeah, it's a standard Skyla build. The reason world records normally run with Skyla, you wouldn't normally do this for general play, but your amount of luck is a lot higher with Skyla because it increases skull chance off of Sky. And this makes the chance that you can get a really good run just overall better. But yeah, it's standard Skyla build. You basically only run that if you're running for world record. You normally don't do that for normal play. Alright, let's go try the new team then. So let's try this. See what this one will do. So, oh yeah, what was the time? 3:38. Let me type that into chat. Let's see, 3:38. Let's go see what the 3 times are. That was pretty bad, though, for the earlier battles. So that might be a little bit of an outlier one. Because we had more battles where it went bad compared to good. So this one, you cast Leprechaun immediately. You then Saturgan immediately. You then... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that might be a little quick. Oh, I forgot to start the timer. No. Luckily, I see the stream exactly when I started. So as soon as I see this timer start on my replay, we can start actually playing again. So 1 second. Let me wait till I see the timer. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Now I can start playing. There we go. That was a good way to recover the timer. My stream delay is perfectly enough. Where I could actually have done that there. Ooh, it didn't get full mana though. That's a factor, isn't it? Gosh, why is this board so bad? Oh no, it's still not full mana. There we go. And then we win. Yeah, once the Turrican casts, you win. Pretty much. It doesn't even matter if that dies because Zoogoff. Okay, it would be great if you would die though. Thank you. So far, its pacing is average. Hey, we need enough Zoogoffs that casting one here is actually fine. How on earth do you not have full mana? There we go. Oh no, I feel like Stealthy is going to get in the way of this a lot, isn't it? Like, it definitely looks cool and flashy. I don't see where the speed is, though. Like, it seems about normal pacing. We got a really lucky first battle. Because the big issue here is, depending on where the Stealthy is on the enemy team, can kind of ruin everything. Because everything you're doing, well, at least as far as Zoogoff, is targeted. And ideally, you want your Stealthy on the enemy team to be in first slot or second slot. Whenever it's in a different slot than those two, it's going to be kind of awkward. Like right now, it's in where we want it to be. It's not always going to be like that. Oh, we don't have enough damage to kill here. So I actually have to go all the way for another Zoogoff. It will have a better time, though. It looks like it's going to do about a 3-minute. Which is normally what you're aiming for. So maybe if we got really good at this team, it would be closer to a 2-minute 30 seconds. It definitely looks fun when Turrican casts, if nothing else. Which is a good plus. It also does not care, unlike many of the other builds, if your first slot dies. It's actually kind of irrelevant if your first slot dies with this team. Oh, and there we go. Alright, so 313. I was taking the first number from each one. Okay, and now let's try one single Zoogoff. Oh no, we're still handing out a code. At this point, we'll hand out a code after we do this next run. Oh, do we have enough shards for it, though? No. 70... Let's time it and pretend we have enough shards and hope we do. Because depending on how the 10% rolls, if we roll like a 75, 10% of that's what, 782? Yeah, there's a few numbers where we'd get enough. But a 71 with 10%... No, even that's actually enough. Yeah, we definitely time this then. Okay, so let's go normal Zoogoff. Which is... What even is normal Zoogoff? We keep replacing our team. Isn't it Thrall? Yeah, it's just Thrall Flamerefer, what we were running earlier. I also just realized, why does this thing have Titan over it? That's gonna be annoying now because we gotta change everything then. Let's see. Oh yeah, we don't need to change that though. What we do need to change is... Slayer. Because the other one doesn't use a hero class, so it doesn't have Slayer set. What am I missing? Hero with Flamerefer. There we go. Okay. And then we change our banner to... double purple red? Actually, don't even remember what I had it set to. It's definitely something minus green related, so let me do this. +2 purple blue kind of works. +2 purple... That's it. Yeah, let's just go +2 purple blue. Most important thing is that we have +2 purple. And minusing 1 green doesn't matter because Leprechaun is +1 green. Alright, so let's go time this. So this is 1 Zoogoff build. And then let's see what the 3 first times are. Obviously this isn't much of a test since we're just doing each one only once. But let's see where it falls. Doing each one time. Actually, you know what would be another funny one to go time? The Skyla skull build version. Since it theoretically has world record. The only issue with that team, because I have tested it a lot in the past, its max time is higher, but its time per hour is actually lower than using this team. I timed it in the past is extensively enough that you shouldn't be using the Skyla one by default. It'll occasionally get super, super lucky, but its average speed is pretty bad because your hero will die very quickly, very often. Because any speedrun you see is like the optimal when it worked correctly situation. Whereas it normally doesn't do that. A bit of a bad start here. I have to take a skull just so he doesn't get value. Alright, we need all the luck. Oh no, we have guaranteed. Nice, I got it. The fact there was 13 plus red there was huge. Unfortunately, we got skull poked and have no follow-up. No, this one's gonna look a lot slower. Really bad circumstance of events. All chained together. Alright, this should repair us some. Okay, if you could kill the thing, that'd be great. A little overkill there. At this point, I think it's just quicker to get full mana. That slowed us down a lot. Bit of an unfortunate situation there. That's what happens to Skyla a lot. Skyla, like, your hero just gets sniped so quickly. Even more than normal because of Skullstorm. And it leads to a lot of situations like that. Where you get slowed down like crazy. Still in good pacing, though. This might be the first one under 3 minutes. Also, I'm not just sure if it's because I'm more used to this, but honestly, I never really understood why double Zoogoff was so popular from people. It could just be I'm really unexperienced with double Zoogoff, but that's our first impression 3 times. With the first one with each one. Also, exactly 0. But that's our 3 times. So, so there's the 3 times. The 338 was for double Zoogoff with Thrall and Hero. Or, you know, with Hero, triple damage, Thrall, double Zoogoff. The second time that was slightly quicker at 313 was when we did the Centurion build. Which was Leprechaun, Centurion, and then double Zoogoff. And our best time of 2:45 that very consistently gets under 3 minutes. Like, we had one really bad battle and it still did under 3 minutes there. Is the one we normally use that we've been using for ages. Because I've timed this a lot in the past. And from what I have seen, on average, if you count for like hours upon like tens of hours of grinding, this is the best overall time I've seen for a team. At least from what I've tested in the past. It could be that we're just really rusty with double Zoogoff. And also that's only one time from each, so. Let me see what this other team is that Roman mentioned. Oh, so let me go ahead out of code too. Let me go check what this team is real quick though. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm going to replace it yet. I kind of just want to keep my team in here. Withering Staff? Interesting. It works. Mirrorlift for Mana Accumulator, Leprechaun. So basically a standard 1 Zoogoff, but a different Mana Accumulator then. So instead of Thrall, it's Mirrorlift. Instead of, yeah, it's basically the same premise. Like instead of Flameifer, it's Withering Staff. So you get Skull for an extra Skull poke. And instead of Thrall, it's Mirrorlift. Why Mirrorlift, though? Like, I understand Withering Staff. Mirrorlift, I don't understand, though. Because Thrall is basically just better Mirrorlift. I guess maybe to have a wider range for Leprechaun? But the problem is she's not always going to get full mana from a Leprechaun cast. Well, I guess technically Thrall won't either, but if it doesn't, Thrall has a better way to get back to full mana. Because if I'm not mistaken, isn't 20% of... Wait, does 20% of 12 do 3? Also, I just realized this entire time, we might actually been going slightly slower. I just realized we haven't been running 20% this entire time. Whoops. 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 We've had 20% less mana this whole time. But does Mirrorlift actually start with 3 mana at 12 with 20%? I don't remember. Let me see. I could just put the team here, I guess. I'm not actually going to use this right now. I just want to do one battle just to see. Let's see. Data invalid. Data's still valid. If anything, that's even more impressive that it still consistently does under 3 minutes, even without 20%. Oh, wrong team. Wait, what happened? I tried copy-pasting my thing. Oh, I copy-pasted it, but I used the wrong team, fail. Because if Mirrorlift starts with 3 mana, this is actually kind of relevant. No, she starts with 2. So what's the point of Mirrorlift then? Because you started with 3, a Red Surge would be full mana. But this is the problem with using Mirrorlift. Red Surge on Mirrorlift is 11 mana, not 12. This is why I wanted to check. But this is why Thrall is better. Because if you take a purple, you're at full mana. But with Mirrorlift, that doesn't happen. And they both have basically the same chance of getting full mana off of their color. Because even though she uses 2, she needs twice the amount of mana. So it basically comes out to Thrall having the same amount of mana needed. However, he can just take a purple and guarantee get full mana. Whereas even if you Red Surge off of Mirrorlift, it's 1 mana short on full. So you normally don't use Mirrorlift for these teams. Withering Staff's perfectly fine though. The main reason I personally don't use it is it blocks on blue, but that's normally not too big a deal for the most part. Anyways, let me go ahead to the code. And then we'll go back to a bit more grinding, but I think we're going to stick with one Zoogoff. Anyways, I like my one Zoogoff. If anything, we'll maybe go test a Skyla build. The one Zoogoff Skyla build. I wouldn't advise doing it though. It's more so just, again, impressive max speed, more so than actually farming. Anyways, I'm trying to find my code section. Grab this, hand out a code, and then we'll go show the Skyla build. I'm not going to time the first one just because we can't, because we don't have enough for the thing. Who knows, maybe we could just randomly get world record on stream. I highly doubt it though, because I'm not using controller input or anything to go quicker. Let's see. Though I'm not sure I've ever done sub 2 minutes, so that'd be kind of fun if we could. Get under 2 minutes. I'm not even sure what our personal best is these days. Oh no, have we done under 2 minutes before? I can't remember. We might have. I know for sure we've never done under 130. Well, no one has. Or at least no one who's recorded it ever has. I'm trying to find... 1 second. I'm still so slow at giving out codes. I am not used to handing them out after not doing so for so long. 1 moment. Hey, I got it. Here you guys go. There it is in chat. The Great Worm is a pretty funny one. Alright, let's go try this with Skyla. I mean, the Skyla build. Actually, the easiest way to do this is grab... I just realized, because I copy-paste that team, my Slayer might be set up incorrectly. I'm pretty sure most people set up Slayer the same way. I just copied it from the other Slayer. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... my Explore 12 to move to the other spot. So I can then change it to Skyla Quick Kill. Also, Skyla doesn't run Thrall, I believe it is. It replaces Thrall for Skyla. I'm pretty sure, right? Actually, completely forget now. Should probably go check. Let's see. We're just there. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Because you have to have something for Empower, so it's probably Leprechaun. It has to be Leprechaun. It literally can't be anything else. Gems of War. Video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it replaces Thrall for Skyla. If it'll ever load. Come on, we just loaded this within seconds earlier. You're gonna be that much slower because you want me to show all the ads? How many ads do you need on a website? I don't care how you need a load. Just load so I can see the team. We just saw it moments ago. Why does it not want to copy video URL? I will get there. We were literally just here working perfectly fine. That's not video URL. Copy video URL. There we go. And another ad. And a YouTube ad on top of that ad. And it still doesn't want to load. And we go into a loading screen. Perfect. Yeah, it's Skyla. I already knew that. I just wanted to make sure. Or Skyla replaces Leprechaun, I mean. Or Thrall, I mean. This is why I wanted to check. Anyways, we good to go? Theoretically, banner we could change now. Do we need to change? Nah. It's kind of fine as is. Anyways. So this first one's we're not good at time. So yeah, Skyla build's a bit weird. Because it's basing your entire playthrough on just pure luck. On getting a really good start, and then just hoping that really good start chains and then you win. So we take a skull there. The biggest issue with this team and why its average time is normally slower is also we should probably be using the other team when we're not timing it for these earlier section. But the main reason why its average time is slower than the normal team we use is a hero dies a lot. Like a lot. But let me switch back to the normal one we normally do. And then we'll go time it with Skyla. Because I know for sure this one on average is quicker. Its max speed is slower, but its average speed is quicker. And average speed's the main thing that you care about. Because that's what gives you the most loot per hour. Oh, come on. It was one off. I tried for it. Hey, no problem for the code, everyone. Enjoy. Please click. There we go. Oh no, that's so bad when that happens. Zoogoff, stop trying to die on me. I don't want to have to solo this with Leprechaun. Because you know I'll try to. Two HP, plenty enough. See, that's like the instance where upgrading Zoogoff would be really good. Because I believe he gains like a few durability. And imagine if we would have died because he didn't have too higher HP or something. Anyways, let's go time it now. I have a Skyla team though, of course. Oh, yeah, that's probably what we had it set to. +2 purple, +1 red. Oh, that reminds me. What do I have Slayer set to? I forgot to reset it. But yeah, you're correct. That's probably what we had our banner set to before. I ended up quickly changing my banner because we ended up copying something else off it. And I changed it back to the wrong one. But yeah, +2 purple, +1 red. Hopefully minus green? Does that exist? That sounds like it should exist. Because that's ideally the banner we want to be using. +2 purple, +1 red, -1 green. Or something very similar. Oh, does freeze even matter? Let's see. Oh, you can actually still Blue Storm. Oh, then again, Red Storm's more relevant though, isn't it? Because you need reds for Flamer. Pretty sure all three of these are kind of useless. This is technically the strongest of the three. And might occasionally make it so we don't die from enough HP on hero. Okay, but yeah, you need to change the banner. I forgot about that. I assume such a banner exists. Nope. Plan B. We can minus brown, we can minus yellow, which are basically the exact same thing. Yeah, no banner does it perfectly. Oh, I'm on the wrong team as well. Fail. That's not the team I want. Oh, yes I do, because we're on Skyla. Oh wait, never mind. All this doesn't even matter for this team, though. It does for this one, though. So I guess we'll minus yellow. Why is my banner not changing? There it goes. That was weird. So we'll do that one. It's because I like the banner appearance more. And this one, I need to go change again. Because we're actually not using that other aspect. Is that your banner to have blue storm for this? I guess technically it doesn't even matter red storm or blue storm difference. I might as well keep it as red since we need red for the other thing. As well as a few other things we use it for. But yeah, banner here should be red. If we're going to do red, we definitely want like a red something. Like a red purple. But here going double red actually doesn't matter. Because we're not using a Thrall. When using Thrall, it matters to have +3 purple total. But when you don't have Thrall, it doesn't matter. At least in this situation anyways. Alright, let's go see what it does. I'm curious to see what kind of time we can get with this. There's really only 2 times. There are super quick times and super slow times. I hope we get something kind of in between. It would be kind of funny if we could get a super quick one. But the problem is getting a very, very slow one. So far, pretty average. Oh, did I just take a mana when we had kill? Whoops. We had a kill option. I just wasted a turn. I'm not used to so many skulls on the board from Skyla. So what was the time for the other one earlier? 2:45? Because this is the first one with this team that we're timing. Though the times for this one can be a bit misleading because its max speeds are going to be higher. Because the max speed with this team is way quicker than the max speed you're going to get with the other team. But its average speed is slower. The big issue that it has is the times when hero dies like near immediately, which almost seems like it's about to happen. Hero, stop trying to die. I was just talking about you needing to not do this. No, I didn't see the extra turn thing there. No. No. Zoogoff's also in a kind of scary location for this team where it just kind of completely falls apart. The team is predicated on the fact that it will never fall apart. And will reset every single time that it ever does. It might actually still be quicker though with this current, even with that little bit of a hiccup there. At least for this particular instance. There we go. Yep, 224. That one's a bit misleading with whatever time you normally get though. Yep, 224. So if we were basing it entirely off the first time we got for each one, So far, Slayer. But this was only with 1 run each, so it could obviously change a lot if we did like 20 runs for each one. But so far our data has been Slayer, or at least for 1 run each. But when we did Slayer, Thrall, double Zoogoff, it took the longest at 3:38. The second one at 3:13 was trying to think of the team now. Leprechaun, Centurion, double Zoogoff, and that was at 3:13. The next one then was the standard Zoogoff team we almost always run, the Flamerifer, or whatever hero weapon you want to run with it, followed by Zoogoff, or sorry, followed by a Thrall, Leprechaun, Zoogoff, the one that we pretty much always run, that you see me using, this one right over here. Where'd it go? This one. That was at 2:45. And the quickest time so far, which is kind of to be expected, is the Skyla build. The reason we don't normally use the Skyla build is if I go time this again, it'll pretty much answer that question, most likely. Oh, didn't start yet. Because its max speed is better, but when it fails so hard when it fails. Which is the big issue with using this team. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it is really bad. And it looks like we're already starting there. Let's see. But this is the big issue with the team, and where it loses like all of its time. I believe we're on battle 1 and we're already a minute in. But this is why you don't use Skyla. Because this build is basically built around the premise of you auto run away the second you lose a battle like this. Like the second your hero dies, you run. This is basically the premise of this build. Because if hero dies, you have like nothing. Because Zoogoff's left in a really vulnerable spot as well. Which makes it really clunky. Alright, so it took us about 1 minute and 40 seconds for 2 battles. That was an over 1 minute battle. Which I think was like a minute 20 seconds. But that's why you don't use Skyla. If you ever wonder why I don't use Skyla even though we got a quicker time that first try. That is exactly why. When it's good, it's good. When it's horrible, it is ridiculously bad. It has really high highs and very low lows. But it having really high highs is why it's used for world record. Do I have option? No. Oh, I did for a second. It's still gonna get an okay time though. It's going to be like a little over 3 minutes, assuming these next 2 battles go smoothly. Which I might as well kill that out of the way, just in case it feels like killing my Zoogoff out of nowhere. Because you know it wants to. It's going to be slightly over 3 minutes. The consistency is just way better on the other team. You don't have to worry about like those super bad battles. You still get them on occasion, but they're nowhere near as bad because they have a lot more to recover with the Thrall Zoogoff. You even have a whole additional tank. This team pretty... Oh, yeah, so it was like 3 minutes, 14 seconds or so. Ah, there we go. Hey, we got an Anu as well. Nice. But yeah, that's why I normally don't use that build. Even though it had the quickest time of all of them. Its average time is slower than what we normally use. Okay, so as far as final verdict, even though we didn't test it that long, I'm just sticking with my normal team. I am perfectly happy with this team. I shall stick with it. We'll do one more run with it. I might as well time it too. We'll be doing it for all these for the most part. Might as well. Oh, I'm still on Skyla build. Whoops. Whoops. That's not the build I want. Yeah, we'll stick with this team. Oh, so hello, Easy Breezy. Welcome, welcome. Oh, come on. We're on mana short. So unfortunate. No skull fall off kill either. Very unfortunate first battle. I should take that brown extra turn to see if we could get gotten lucky. But you want to be aiming for like 30 seconds or less per battle. Ideally less. Please click, thank you. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oh, oh no, I couldn't because it's stealthy. I was gonna say I probably should have killed him. Oh no, you're gonna make me have to Zoogoff. Just wasted all the time we just took to get skulls there. Ah, there we go. That's the one nice recovery thing that this thing has compared to the other one, compared to Skyla. Because in Skyla build your Zoogoffs in second. But in here your mana accumulators in second. Catch you later, Gadget. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, looks like it'll be slightly under 3. Which that'd be kind of funny if it gets the same time as before. We had a 245 earlier for the first run of this team. That is one thing that this team can do. It has the consistency. If nothing else, gosh, is this team consistent. Unfortunate. Though, there we go. 246. The first one was 245. And that's the main reason for using this team. Like Skyla's time difference between between the two runs was what? Like about a minute, maybe a little over a minute. For this one, it was like 2 seconds time difference. Because the other one was 245, and that's basically like a 247 or so. But that's the main reason why I use this team. It has very, very good consistency overall. If you were to like time it out for like tens of hours, it has the highest consistency of any team I've ever seen for Explore 12. And that's why we use it. Weapon's pretty flexible as far as what you can use. I just like using Flamethrower personally. I just like not blocking Zoogoff. Which is why you normally don't see me using like Flask and stuff. I've tried it in the past. I haven't timed it out. Quite a few other weapons, but I don't know, I just kind of like Flamethrower, and it works. Flamethrower does 2 things. Or 3 things, really. It does burn. So you can set up your initial triple damage if you don't currently have it off of Zoogoff. It has mana accumulation for Zoogoff. But the most important thing, oddly enough, is the... Gosh, there's a third aspect and completely forgot what it was now. It's like the most important one on it. The burn, the mana accumulation. Is there a third? I could have sworn there was a third. What's the other reason? I guess it not blocking is relevant. But I guess there's 3 things then. It doesn't block. It feeds red to Zoogoff. Oh, yeah. It puts red on the board. That was the other relevant thing. The reason why red on the board is relevant is you need 13 plus red for Thrall. And all mana accumulation from it goes into Zoogoff. But having 13 plus on it makes you go extra turn, guaranteeing to full Zoogoff and end his kill. So that's the other thing. So basically that's 4 things then, technically. It doesn't block Zoogoff. It feeds red to Zoogoff. It puts reds on board for Thrall. And it burns first enemy if you happen to have not done Zoogoff yet. Which, if you're at that point, that's kind of unfortunate. However, there are some battles where that happens. And makes them slightly less slow. Which is good. Because sometimes the slow battles can be very slow, especially with like Skyla build and stuff. And this team has a lot of precautions to make sure the slower battles aren't as slow. It's why even World Record runs with Flamer if I'm not mistaken. It's mostly to make sure, because they're probably, you know, actually like trying to farm up a bunch as well. It's mostly to make sure that slower battles aren't as slow, is the main reason for Flamer. Is this the best Zoogoff team? For Explorer 12, from what I'm aware of, yes. At least from my testing. This is the best Explorer 12 team that there is. Not for like world record or anything like that, but for like overall consistency, for amount of loot per hour on Explorer 12, or amount of tokens per hour, you know, amount of completions of Explorer 12 per hour. I'm pretty sure this is the overall quickest, at least from what I've seen. It is really high consistency. It won't get the quickest max time, but it has the quickest like by hour consistency. Like if you compare how many wins that gets an hour compared to Skyla, even though Skyla's max speed is quicker, its per hour speed is slower. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be using Saturgan nowadays. However, I have not seen any builds beat the Skyla builds with Saturgan. Also, my average times with Saturgan haven't really been much quicker, though I haven't done a super long test on Saturgan yet. But I use Thrall instead of Saturgan. My biggest concern with Saturgan, normally in most builds, or at least in really skull-oriented builds, is even though he does a big board clear and gives you quite a bit of mana accumulation, he does technically deny every skull on the board, which can make it a little bit clunky, because then if you get really unlucky, deny them all, and just don't get much off of Sky, you're going to have a situation where your Zoogoff will have a lower chance of extra turning or landing skulls. And, I don't know, this seems like a bit of a liability. It's already bad enough that you don't have something like Skyla for Skullstorm in a lot of builds, because there's no room to fit it. But, you basically have like a whole nother layer on it, because you're just denying all your skulls for mana accumulation. Whereas Thrall just board clears completely. Which means statistically you're going to have slightly more skulls, in a sense. Because the Saturgan guarantee denies every skull. But then again, yeah, they both guarantee deny every skull. But the difference between Thrall denying every skull and Saturgan denying every skull is Thrall clears the entire board, all 64 tiles. So all 64 of those tiles can potentially be replaced with a skull. The issue with Saturgan when it clears out every skull is it does not full board clear. It might clear out like half the board, but it does not clear out all the board. Which means it has about half as many locations where skulls will then spawn after it does the big mana accumulation for your team. But I don't know, I could test it more. Honestly, when it comes to Explorer 12, every Saturgan team I've seen so far has been slower than that. But I haven't tested it extensively, but we will at some time. Anyways, not tonight though. But I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. I will still be covering that weekly video at this point on like probably the very last day possible. But there's still some relevant things I kind of want to go over in regard to Tower of Doom and such. So the video will be a bit more focused on that, of course. Anyways, but yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, as we do every single night. We'll have the video up on that soonish. It'll mostly be like a Tower of Doom kind of overview kind of video with a few other things. We'll still be going over Soulforge and all that. And then on Monday, we should hopefully be back to normal schedule, have that one up on time, since we'll actually be around, and go from there. And have our normal stream tomorrow night as we do every night. Go over all the spoilers for the week and go from there. And yeah, Vault event already this weekend. I can't believe it. So many Vault events lately. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your holidays if you're still celebrating anything. And catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone.